So the policewoman estimates that we left the stop sign going anywhere from 80 to 120 miles an hour from a dead stop. I was ejected through the back window of the car, and I landed 3 feet before the car ran over me. And I spent 69 days in the hospital. I used to race motorcycles, used to travel the Grand National races, and so I've been lots of places, and I've seen lots of stuff, and I've done lots of cool stuff. I've met Reba McEntire, been on her bus, Chuck Norris in the very first Walker, Texas Ranger. I got asked if I would be interested in being a poster girl for a motorcycle company, but then my car accident happened. A friend and I went to the lake, and we kept losing a belt on the car. So I remember he called his dad to bring him some tools and a belt, and I remember thinking, I really ought to ride home with his dad for some strange reason, but I thought, well, that would be really rude. So I went ahead and rode with him. The motor mount bolt broke, and it made the throttle stick wide open, and because it had been raining, and he tapped his brakes instead of downshifting, the car began to spin, and we hit the pole. And when the car broke in two, I didn't have my lap belt on, and so I was ejected through the back window of the car. So the back end of it spun around, and it stopped 3 feet before it ran over me. The doctors told my parents that if the feeling came back, it was going to be severe, the pain. And I'll never forget, my mother slept on a cot next to my hospital bed that my church had rented for me. I woke up crying, and my mom said, "What's wrong, honey?" I said, "My back, Mom, it's killing me." And she said, "Honey, I'm so sorry, but praise the Lord, that's what we've been praying for." And we had. So, you know, God's always been with me, and I know He and I are closer because of this. Listen, if it wasn't for God, I'd be a basket case. We talk a lot. Well, I talk a lot. He listens, I'm sure. You know, but He's helped me through a lot of hard times, before and after. And so I'm just thankful that He's given me a feeling of acceptance, you know? I'm just who I am, and I'm who I am through Him. That, you know, people cared enough to dedicate their time off to come and help, you know, it meant a lot. I felt love, you know? I mean, I felt like, you know, I was cared about, you know? I've always been very independent, and then I had to learn how to do things all over again, how to feed myself again. I'll never forget the first day that my mom used to come home from lunch to care for me during the day, and you know, just for a break, and I said, "Mom, look what I can do." And we both just cried. I mean, you know, it's just the little things, you know? And that's the most important part, is just not giving up. Because God's got great plans. I know He does.